Obviously, the Lakers, they're going to have their work cut out for them if they even make it into the playoffs, which I assume they will because we got the news earlier today that Minnesota's suspending Rudy Gobert for some reason. And Jaden McDaniels broke his hand like punching a wall. So they should beat Minnesota very simply and get the 7 seed. I get that. But the thing that I'd really, really like to see with this team is for them to get the 8 and for them to play the Nuggets. It'd be really interesting for me to see, in my opinion. Because all year, I've heard about how good the Nuggets are, about how good Nikola Jokic is, how he's going to make the step as become the best player in the league. And, we know my stance on how I feel about this guy. He's not my favorite. I really think, in my opinion, he pads stats. I don't think he's elevated his team in one postseason. I think that run that they had in that 2020 bubble run, I thought Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. were the people that kind of sparked that. He was obviously a big role in it, but he wasn't the spark that really got them going. And I just think if they go toe to toe with the Lakers, I don't see the Lakers losing. And that's going to sound crazy to people. I do not see the Lakers losing. Um, Jokic is from what I've seen, he does not perform well in the postseason because that's where all the pressure is. You can say what you want to say. Perhaps, and it might be true, he might be one of the greatest regular season, if not the greatest regular season player of all time. He pads stats. He's not the guy that's going to go out there and win the championship. Could I be wrong about this? I could be, but I don't think I am. I really don't. I think he pads stats. I think his stats are overinflated. And I think everybody raves about him. I think he's the most overrated player probably in NBA history, in my opinion. And that's why I want the Lakers to go in there because I know what the Lakers will do if they play the Lakers in the first round. The Lakers will go in there if they stay healthy. Now, obviously, if an injury happens or something, which very well could happen, the Nuggets will win. But if they're healthy, if AD and LeBron are healthy, D'Angelo Russell is healthy, the Lakers are going to go in there. They're going to win that. And they're going to win it probably in 6. And then everybody's going to know this guy Jokic is a fraud in the postseason. And then they're going to shut up. They're going to stop talking about him. I've heard too much stuff about Jokic, about how he's the number one player. I was looking at ESPN, and it might have been Fox. It might have been another show. It was one of those shows with Max Kellerman, and they were showing a top analyst list of who he thinks the best players in the NBA are. And I looked on that board and I saw number 1 Nikola Jokic, number 1, and I almost lost it. That's like the craziest. And you know what? I generously have him at 5, and that's generous. And I don't feel great about putting him at 5. But to put him at number 1, are you high? It doesn't make sense to me. We've seen what the guy's done in the postseason. Luckily, I think Embiid is going to win the MVP this year, so we're not going to give him 3 in a row for just padding these stats over and over again. But I just want to see the Lakers go in there and take it to them. Now, that's not what's going to happen because the Lakers are going to I hope it happens, but it's looking like the Lakers are going to beat Minnesota in this game, which I think is Wednesday. Which means my prediction is I think they'll play New Orleans because I think New Orleans will win their first game and then they'll beat Minnesota to get that 8 seed, and they'll beat New Orleans. New Orleans isn't going to have Zion as much as people are saying he's going to come back. They're not going to have him. But they'll be out in the second round. Like this Nuggets team, they might make it to the conference finals. And if they do, it's because they had an easy path. They're not getting to the finals. But, if the Lakers stay healthy, they got as good a shot of anybody. They got a good shot of anybody. I think the Nuggets are the most overrated team in basketball right now, and so is Jokic.